Hello, everybody. Wow, that is crazy. Hello, everybody. I fucking hate you. My name is Jay, and I'm from Dudes of Legends, and here with me is Nick.
Hi. How you
from
doing?
Dudes of Legends as well, and I have two special guests with me. I have Ish.
Hey, what's up?
And I have Brandon.
Hi, what's up? I'm Brandon.
And this is a special Tales of Legends because you guys, how you were introduced in D&D from what I remember is that you guys were working at Manaraman, and 𝐥𝐸𝐬 basically was talking to you guys or whatever, and he talked to you guys about D&D.
Yeah, well, he talked to me specifically at 𝐦𝐸𝐬 when we sold bananas, apparently. We were in the back, you know.
I don't see the Panera nor the bread.
Yeah,
like how you kept it a secret until right
Until
now.
right now.
You just pretty much gave away the secret.
Who cares? You guys aren't going back there. Fuck.
I mean, technically, we did have bananas to give away at Banana Bread, so.
I don't remember that, bro.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You asked. I'm pretty sure if you asked for a banana, they would just give it to you. You know?
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Tales of Legends, where we talk about Panera bread.
Yeah,
Yeah,
essentially. The strawberry banana smoothie, essentially.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So, like I was saying, we pretty much were talking at work, you know, obviously working. Definitely not in the back where there's no cameras. And we were having a very creative discussion about work, and essentially we were talking about Dungeons & Dragons. And
How did he even? Because I like knowing 𝐥𝐸𝐬, right? I can only imagine how that went. Like just like yeah, whatever. I'll play D&D.
No, actually, it was pretty much knowing how he is. I walked in there awkwardly, and then he stared at me, increasingly awkwardly.
Okay.
Then we continued to stare for maybe about a solid minute. As of which he then said some Final Fantasy reference. I forgot what it was, and I was like, "You're a fucking nerd." And then he was like, "Hey, listen, man, I play D&D, so like, you know, I'm the king of nerds." I'm like, "Oh, you play D&D?" And D&D has always piqued my interest in terms of fantasy RPG, in the sense of like create your own adventure, custom everything, and we all know I like to overcomplicate things. So it was definitely the most complicated game to get into.
I don't know who contacted who.
𝐥𝐸𝐬 pretty much talked to you guys, and then at work he told me, "Hey, if you're interested still, they're doing a game this day. If you want to just tag along." And I'm like, "Yeah," and although he didn't show up to that game, you know, as 𝐥𝐸𝐬 is.
It's funny.
I met up with you. I told Ish about it.
Yeah, he did.
At work, again.
Actually, no, you didn't.
Working.
You did not tell me at work. You actually caught me off guard with it. Actually, I was in the gym, and I get a message, and I didn't know what D&D originally was. Like, it never piqued my interest. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at this message. I'm just like, hey, we're gonna go play D&D on Wednesday, and I'm just like, what's D&D?
She said Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's a throwback itself.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, sure. And me just not knowing what it was, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna go to it, see what's up. And then you mentioned Jay and Nick, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know who they are.
I remember now because I did text you during work because you weren't there.
Yeah.
I text you say, hey, are you interested in the game or at all? And you said you didn't even know what it was. But then when we met up later on, I explained to you like, hey, it's gonna be by Jay. Do you remember him? Yada yada yada.
Yeah. And I remember actually, even before talking to them about it, because it was a quick check. I don't know if you remember that they actually told us that they were playing D&D.
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Bad memory then.
I even don't remember that. I don't remember you guys meeting us in Quick Check and being like, yeah, we played D&D.
Actually, the first time I ever even heard of D&D.
It's when we used to do that whole thing where we like sit at Quick Check by the tables.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how far back it is.
You know, yeah, you know, like every other nerd in Passaic.
Oh my god.
Honestly.
Jesus.
Those two back tables in the Quick Check in Passaic.
Yep.
Jesus, man.
But yeah, after that, I just tagged along, and then Wednesday happened. I'm just like, what is this?
So, you guys show up. My room, by the way, is like a closet. So it's like I have this long table, I have the DM screen,
Yeah, I remember I had to climb under the table.
Yeah, to get like
to the other
to get-
side.
Yeah, it was so
bathroom,
bad.
oh, man.
It was so bad, but I had to work with what I got.
Yeah.
And
And we had no prior knowledge to even what D&D was. So when Jay was like, "Oh, so yeah, you guys had an interest. What do you guys know so far?" And I looked at him and said, "Yo, there's dice that have 20 sides."
Yeah, and I'm just like, I didn't even know what it was. I'm just like,
know.
I don't just teach me.
At this point, I was not there. Cause
Yeah, you were late.
I wasn't there. Like, no, I never met with you guys. I didn't start showing up with you guys playing D&D until Fridays.
No, you were there.
No,
you
you
were
were
there.
there. You were there, Chief. You want to know why?
You were there.
You want to know why? Because I had, funny enough, this is when it first started. I had asked you, hey, I have these two people, who want to play D&D, and you want to know how else I know you were there? Because a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, got very upset because he didn't get invited.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because I
I'm mad
remember.
that's what got it.
I know for a fact that you were there because I actually originally wanted to play. I think it was a druid, but then you talked me out of it because spellcasters were hard for your first
Oh yeah,
game.
I remember.
If you could do it, by all means do it. I always recommend you to.
I mean,
Yeah, because you knew little to nothing about it. I was like, yeah, I remember now. I was like, hey,
You
listen,
want to have fun.
go
You-
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, because you talked me into playing Eldritch Knight instead, which is like a good middle ground to
Man,
learn spells.
I didn't even do that. I just went straight into Paladin.
Oh,
and I
yes.
was like a meme itself.
More on that later on.
So, you were Leo.
I was Leo. I think it was the full name was just Leonardo, but I just went by Leo. And because I understood nothing about the
Tabaxi.
game, yeah, I was a Tabaxi.
Tabaxi Eldritch Knight?
Yeah, Tabaxi, Eldritch Knight. I think we started at level 1.
We did.
I remember because I didn't even understand what a background was and all that.
Yeah,
So-
we
had
we-
zero
I
clue.
I wanna act like me and Nick, for the most part, it wasn't like Coconut Kid. But Coconut Kid was way after y'all.
Yeah, I remember.
Where
talking
it's
about
like, me and Nick, I want to feel like we did a good enough job of explaining to you guys, hey, backgrounds do this. It doesn't really matter too much until certain points of the game.
Yeah.
Your skills do this. Your class does this. Let's pick up a class like with you, Eldritch Fighter. Something easy to digest and understand. And then later on, you kind of get introduced little by little what spell is. Because I don't know if you know this, but even during that time, I, as the DM, didn't even understand fully how spells worked.
Oh yeah,
Like, it was very-
You actually mentioned that too. I think
Yeah.
at that moment Nick was the one who knew the most about spells.
Yeah, because Nick had already played a
and
warlock.
Nick was already playing
Yeah,
a
I was
spellcaster.
already like knee deep in like
I think you were
failing.
a
You
with
were
cleric
warlocks.
or
no,
something
he
like
was a
that.
sorcerer.
No, he was a cleric.
No, when I had played with you guys, my first spellcaster was a warlock.
It was Helios.
When
I
I-
remember.
When I had played with you guys on Wednesday, I went from cleric to sorcerer to like I dipped my toes into all of it, but
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
So I knew for a fact that like this was not by all means easy.
I didn't even
Yeah.
use spells on my first character. I didn't even know how to work them. It's just like I was a paladin. I'm just like, great,
It was-
sword
it
and
was-
hit, and that's it.
It was funny because there's something that I just remembered from you. That was very hilarious. Where you were the Asmar, and I don't know if you remember this. The first gender of that character was a female.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I remember. It
And
was
you
a
tried to
female.
role play it.
That was a big fail. As it is.
Yeah.
You know what? It stems from like playing Final Fantasy and all the other games. Where you choose the female. You don't
Yeah,
want to watch a male
That's
fight.
really.
You don't watch a
I'm like,
female
oh
fight.
man, like role playing a female. I got this. I was so nervous the first day.
I know. It honestly, like, and it wasn't a lot. It was only us,
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah,
And we were able to see it on your face. I had to literally lean into you like, dude, it's okay if you play a dude.
And,
yeah. I had to switch. I was just like, I can't.
and honestly,
fine,
I
yeah.
didn't even hold you to it. Like, I was like, you know what? Like, this is this guy's first time. You look like you're trying, and it's like, how can I knock you for trying?
Yeah.
I can't. So it's like, you know what, dude? Don't worry about it. Like, you even like, can I please play? Like, you were so scared to ask me, and I was like, you know what, dude? No, let's do whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this little demo thing that I'm doing, is to make you guys feel comfortable and try to play the game
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
other than this isn't for me. You know, like,
See, that's why I had the mentality of like when I made Leo, I intentionally made him a very shy character,
So I would actually have to talk less and show less emotion
Mhm.
because I didn't know how to present that.
And that's when it started.
But then it got
Yep.
then it got really boring to do that.
Yeah, playing a shy character does get boring.
Yeah.
It kind of just sit there, you listen to everybody. It's cool and all.
There's
but,
a way to do it. I
There
always
definitely
feel like,
is.
I always feel like a character that's like, if you're a character that doesn't speak, I've learned that your actions speak louder than your words with that character. So it's not a lot of I'm going to sit here and do this, say this rather. It's DM, I'm going to do this. DM, I'm going to do that. DM, I'm going to like. It's very much like.
It's not like you could really talk with the party. It's more of you're talking with the DM, like, hey, this is what my character does.
Yeah.
You do talk to your party, but you
Yeah.
speak with your actions. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you might not look like you care. Like, let's say somebody's having a bad day or whatever, and everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then your character's just there, like, dead quiet.
Yeah.
But then later on, you put like a gift basket and a blanket, and you give them like a little toy.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of proper ways to do it, and like you said, I do agree with speaking with your actions. However, that's still
It's hard to pull
it's
off.
hard to
It
do
is
that when
hard.
you also don't know where the bonus action is.
Yeah. That,
Yeah,
it
this
was
is
hard at
assuming
that.
a lot for a guy who's like total playtime was like an hour.
True.
honestly,
My
yeah.
total playtime was basically, hey, here's D&D. Yes, there are 20-sided dice, and there's also some other ones with different also sides too.
We actually roll 7 sets of dice.
Yeah. We had to share those sets.
Yeah, and I was just
We
like,
had to share them.
Yeah.
we didn't even have dice. I just came in there like with just myself, and that's it.
No, you know what? We didn't share them. You want to know why? Because I did the little cutesy thing on, oh, my new players, yay! And I went and I got the Amazon bags.
Oh, no, that wasn't the first session. That was the second session.
I thought
The first day we didn't share
No, I could have thought
because
that
you asked us. Yeah, you asked us, hey, do you guys want to play again? You guys coming back? Whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely play again. And then you came like, okay, so we don't have to share dice again. You came with the bag.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes,
all
yes,
right.
I do.
Because
remember
I
that.
did that little like, yay.
I don't remember. Honestly, that's so far back. I don't even remember what color I got. to
So
be
the
honest.
session. I know they rolled like shit though.
Oh,
Like, they rolled like shit.
It's a cheap Amazon like just
Yeah,
baggie of dice.
Like it's like the reverse. Like it's like the reverse of like good dice rolls. It, like you would think that I'm gonna get like loaded dice, but it all lands on ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's loaded dice, but not in your favor.
Not in your favor
It was
at all.
funny though. Definitely funny. But what was I gonna say? No, it was interesting to say the least because it was like, all right, cool. Here's how you walk. Here's how you crawl, and then here's how you walk.
Here's what happens if you fall.
And
Here's
that
if you take
session-
an action surge if you want to.
And that
Yeah.
session, it definitely, like the idea or the story was these guys were in Sasserine and you were in the school, and the school essentially like you guys were like new students, you as well. So it was Helios, Leo. I don't remember your character.
My character's name was Kuranashi.
Kuranashi. Oh, that.
Yeah, it was too long, so I
Yeah.
just called it Kuro, and that's it.
Yeah,
Kudo.
you leave.
All right. So you guys had joined Sasserine to basically learn.
Yeah.
You know, as you
And they sent you to go to a dungeon. And this
Oh,
dungeon
man.
was essentially like a dungeon to get cleaned out or whatever.
yeah.
You guys had went there, so you learned how to roleplay. Or an idea
Somewhat
on
roleplay.
roleplay.
Yeah, we learned how to talk in our character.
I always wanted to ask you guys, what did you think, like, because even back then, I'm way better than I was back then. But even back then, like, seeing me essentially have, like, these sort of, like, different actions and, like, the way even I spoke, like, because even then, I would say that me and Nick were kind of, like, known in it's really Nick a lot was known of, like, being the cringy one.
Yes.
Honestly, when I first heard Nick role-playing, I didn't think it was cringy at all. I thought it was fantastic. Like, really, it was really...
I actually
something.
was. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually impressed.
Yeah.
Because beforehand, not only Yacy but also Jay was basically on that slope of like, oh yeah, he has a great like enthusiasm to roleplay, but he keeps on killing his characters.
Oh, yeah, they said you were the one that always killed your character in the sessions.
Yeah.
But it was never Nick trying to kill himself on purpose. It was just
I
the
made choices.
circumstance.
I just made choices that led to my character dying. It was fucking crazy.
And it's a thing that after I joined, he stopped killing his characters, and I
Honestly,
started
yeah.
killing my characters.
Yeah, I was just like, how is he killing his characters? Like,
He looked at you and was like, "My son."
No, at the time I'd watched a lot of videos, did a lot of research, and it ultimately boils down to the fact of like, if I like RPing, it's just it always was a thing for me, and believe it, like to for new players, that shyness that you talk about is like very common because
Yeah.
who's going to be that guy to just stand up in the middle of a bus station and start acting?
You gotta
like,
be the popular.
it's that real same energy, you know.
Yeah.
Except thankfully with closer friends, but it helps if somebody rips the Band-Aid off first.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, you
It-
never
it-
want to be the first one at the
yeah,
party, but if
it-
somebody else can, and then you can
It's
follow
like
the train, you're good.
everyone that joins into the game isn't the popular kid in school, the flamboyant, confidence and charisma. It's the shy kid in the back of the class that fell asleep during second period.
Yeah, and if you're
Yeah.
like with a other bunch of shy kids, what are you gonna do? Nothing. So
Yeah.
if somebody keeps it rolling, then you're good. So that's why I try to like.
Yeah.
That's why Helios was so overly excitable. Like
It was
oh,
overly
here-
bombastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, I'm gonna bombard these guys with emotion, not so that they respond in kind, but so that they
To
you know,
ease into it.
to ease into it.
I always and that's the reason why I always brought Nick to whenever I brought like new people into Dungeons and Dragons, because Nick always had that like, if I'm the forever DM, Nick is like the forever player.
Yeah.
And like it's just he's like a necessary staple.
No, now I'm
Yeah.
jaded and I don't want to play with any new people.
No, I know. I know.
Nah, bro, my difference is
All it took was Coconut Kid, and
Yeah.
Nick was like, "Fuck all this." Well, really, it took more than just Coconut Kid, but like you guys
Yeah,
were the
he had to
first.
play with me multiple times.
No,
not
I
even-
stuck around with you because you.
I
like
showed
said,
potential.
No,
I
you
guess.
showed me what I saw in myself, and I told that to Jay a bunch of times, and I told that to you, which was the reason why I never gave up on you and Danny was because I saw myself exactly in your shoes. Because once I got to see you guys RP, it's exactly what I understood everybody else said about me, and I understood one thing, which was, granted, everybody's different, but what we suffered through was fixable. There's no real wrong way to play D&D, but there are ways to get better at it.
And I guess we'll go more into that in a bit, but you guys went to the cave, and you now are going through the dungeon portion of Dungeons and Dragons. As now you're getting loot, you're getting like little items here or there.
Yeah.
You're figuring out like the mystery, even though like I completely forgot what the mystery was about at that time.
All I know is that we had to go in there, like,
It was the
clear it out. Like,
It was
a clear up.
It was a
spiders.
It was a
retreat
giant
something.
Venom reference.
Yeah,
yeah.
Symbiote.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pretty
And-
much, I remember now. We had to go in there, clear out the cave because there was like some big creature in there, which ended up being a giant spider.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert.
I just remembered.
Spoiler alert.
something.
This is where I started my trend of killing my characters.
Oh yeah.
Well, you didn't necessarily kill your characters.
I was really close.
He was really close.
Because
to
so
killing
they
it.
started combat with the spider,
Sheesh.
and I don't remember who. I think you were the one that got screwed because you got like bit, and then you smoothed
No.
I got paralyzed.
happened was-
he got
Somebody
I got paralyzed.
You got paralyzed.
What happened was he walked into the room and you said, "You see something moving in the corner?" And his immediate
I was ready to
reaction
nuke
was,
the hell out of
okay, fireball.
Yeah.
For to go against I don't know if it was homebrew, but it was like a spider that was like super big.
No,
and it was
I
like-
used D&D.
I remember
I
messing
used
it up
5e
bad.
D&D spider. I even remember telling Nick because Nick didn't believe me when he was like, "Wait, what do you mean I get paralyzed for 1d4 hours?" And I showed him the
Oh
book.
yes, I
And he
remember
was
now.
like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that's fucking crazy."
Yeah, because you didn't kill it on initial like hit.
I did a lot of damage, but I didn't do enough, and I forgot as a sorcerer, I don't have HP or AC.
Yeah, you got
So
very
I got
little.
bit once.
you were
Majority of my
down.
HP was gone, and then my ass was just on the ground.
And
Just-
then-
Oh yeah, I remember
and then
that.
Ish's character went unconscious, and it was
No,
like,
no.
No,
you
No.
were after. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
I was
then it
after.
went towards me, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm a tabaxi. I could climb walls.
Oh yes,
That's the coolest thing in the world." So I climbed to the roof,
Does it
And
see?
you hit it.
Yeah,
but
it's-
then I hit it, and it fell.
No.
Wait.
No, it didn't
You
fall.
you told me, "Oh, I'm going to let go, and I'm gonna drop," and it's
So
like,
hit it.
Yeah.
I remember.
And
Because
then-
I didn't really understand Attack of opportunity.
That's
That
the
was-
first time that Attack of Opportunity was introduced. And really, looking back at it now, I, as the DM, should have probably told you, hey,
Are you sure?
if you... No, not even are you sure. It's more like, hey, if you do this action, you are going to get Attack of Opportunity, which means this.
Yeah.
But I kind of just let it as, you know what, this is like...
a learning experience.
This is a learning experience for them to know how shit rolls.
See,
but even now,
for
it's
you
kind
though,
of like
my only advice to your past you was you should have used a different set of dice, because if you guys didn't know, Jay has this specific set of dice that we
The
have
devil
been
dice.
The
for
devil
4
dice.
years now. We've been demanding a test on those because we assumed they're rigged.
I don't know where they went. You don't have them anymore, do you?
No, I do.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Yeah.
he doesn't
That's
use them
crazy,
no
bro.
more.
I don't
Yeah,
use
sorry.
it.
No,
I use all the metal ones.
He only uses them when he wants to pass.
That's crazy. Seeing as how every time I roll, everybody knows because it's just metal.
Yeah, but those dice were really, really consistent with nat 20s,
Oh man.
It was pretty bad.
and
It was pretty bad.
yeah, you rolled crit
Not only did
because
you,
this is before we started doing the almost auto hit for
hold on.
unarmored defense. You actually rolled for that one. I remember because you took all my HP away in one hit.
Not only
That
that,
spider hit hard.
he actually
Yeah.
got a nat 1 in that encounter because of the fall. 'Cause you-
No, it was after that.
It was
I had
after
to make
that.
a
It was-
con
yeah,
save.
it was after
Really?
So not only was I already down for the count at 0 HP, I was paralyzed on top of it.
Oh.
that. So then it only left you,
Oh man.
and you were like, you were
I
already
was
like nervous. So
nervous.
you're like,
Somehow, I remember I was in Asimar at that moment. I'm just like, all right, cool. Let me go and see if I could try to hit it. And that's when I realized I have fly speed. I'm like, all right, cool. So I can just fly up to it and hit it. Luckily enough, I got my first ever natural 20 on a hit
yeah.
and actually somehow finished it off. And I was the happiest guy in the world that day.
And I'm over here like, man, Jay invited me to tutorial to kill me. Like, it's crazy.
which wasn't the case.
My character's frothing at the
Who
mouth.
would have
like,
fucking thought that a fucking spire came in with the monos? Like,
I did.
Honestly,
I did. I took those monos. I definitely understood the spider was gonna kill us.
Yeah, we were gonna be fooled.
But thankfully, between me and Ish, we did enough damage overall to like destroy it, and then
yeah,
well, between you three, because it's not like
I didn't do anything. I missed my hit.
No,
He
he
missed
missed
his
his
I
hit.
thought,
He
I
missed.
thought you hit.
No,
no,
I missed.
no, he missed and like tried to get away from it. And that's what caused the little.
Yeah, and that's
I'm
how you
thinking,
fall.
I should retreat and try it again.
Yeah, I remember now.
I shouldn't have did that. But it was a learning experience. It didn't really teach me much because I still killed my character.